For today, it seemed like there was a good amount of back and forth with Saquon and Reed and a little bit of chirping. Do you attribute that to better weather, just in camp as it moves on? Like, is that a fair assessment that the offense and defense talking a little bit?
I think that's just about competition and trying to make each other better. Whether it's chirping good, chirping bad. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all teammates. But when we get between those lines, it's all about competing. And I feel like we used to always say you want to embarrass the person next to you, in front of you, or next to you because at the end of the day, you want to see if they're ready to play or vice versa. So we always take it as good banter, good competition, and just go from there. So it's nothing crazy.
In these kind of simulated game sessions, like being out on the field for long extents with the team instead of rotating like you kind of were before, how has that helped you in terms of showing what you can do with the defense?
I think it's good to be able to just get those reps, to be able to have strenuous drives, and it shows what you can do whether you're under pressure or it's going fast when you're tired. Be able to buckle down and hone into your fundamentals and technique, and just put everything together. And it's not like you can after every play or something look at the coach and they can give you a pointer because you never know what's going on and something fast coming up the next one. So it's all about that think power to be able to go out there and do good things in critical situations.
Adoree, Vic said the other day
Yeah.
that it's time for you to be in a place that this could be the place for you.
Uh-huh.
That it's time for you to prove that. I don't know if you heard the quote or saw the quote, but do you feel like this is the time for you to establish yourself in a place?
I think it's for me to do what I love to do and do what I know to do, and that's play football. Obviously, get better day and day each day, and I think just prove to myself more than anything. And at the end of the day, every day you come out here, you got to prove yourself. It's that notion that the rent is due every day. So every day I come out here, I'm proving to myself. Whether I've been in here 9 years and I act like I've only been in here 1 year in the league. So just trying to prove myself every day because these guys have a foundation. They're established, their mantra, their ethos, as you would say, of what they do. And me coming in, just showing them that I can be one of the guys, I can fit in with them and still be myself. I think that's the best thing about coming in this situation, learning and taking nitbits from everybody, but at the same time still being myself and not trying to be somebody I'm not. And I'm thankful that they let me and welcome me with warm arms like that.
Describe your career to this point.
Been playing 9 years. Good. I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
Jordan, it seems that Vic is really ramped up, making sure you guys all get reps on both sides of the field, playing right and left. How important is that to make everybody comfortable in case Quinion has to travel at some point?
It's good to be able to get your feet and get the muscle memory of being able to play both sides because you never know what may happen. Let's say you're playing in a man and they motion, you got to go to the other side. You want to make sure you have your footwork correct that way or whatever it may be, just in case the game plan might say you got to go this way and he may line up at 1, he may line up at 2, he may be at 3, strong, weak. Just to have that muscle memory and get that repetition together because in the game, it's not like you're going to always be on the right. You just never know what may happen. So I think that it's great that we're able to utilize and have that through practice.
You've gone against Jalen Hurts a couple times when you were in New York. Now you're seeing him every day. What are you learning about him maybe that you didn't know from just seeing him on occasion in New York?
I think being able to talk to him, being able to just talk to him in general and have conversations. I know my first conversation when I got here, I joked about the Alabama game, and we played him when he got in there as a freshman and took over, and then they beat us 50-something to 6. But him as a person, how he carries himself, the way that he works, how composed he is, but I just feel like he's just a good, genuine dude.
Conversation like 56, 76.
It was. I just wanted to get him to crack a smile. That's all, because he seems like so serious. How they portray him, and so I just was talking to somebody about college football, and then I threw it out there for him, and I seen him give a smile and laugh, and it was cool to see because it's like, man, we battle so much, through life, and it's sometimes you forget that. Like, man, I remember that vividly. Like you coming in, and the game just went complete different. And to see, the things that he's been through and the success that he's had, man, is just a testament to him. So, the conversation always goes good. And, you know, every now and then I may ask him a question about what he's looking for here, or he might ask me what I'm doing here. So just trying to pick each other's brain. And I think that's the great thing about this locker room in general. Like, you can go to any position, any coach, and ask them about things that you need help with, and they're going to help you. And if they don't have the answers, they'll be able to get you or direct you to somebody who does.
Pre-snap look and making whatever zone you're in look like something else or look like man. Does Vic place more emphasis on that than other coaches that you've worked with?
I don't want to say it's more of an emphasis. I just think that the guys that we have here really buy in and bought into the disguise and the shell and having that experience. And I also think Vic having the experience that he has and to be able to show film of other teams, other players that maybe the same stature or same attributes that another player on this team may have, and show them what they're doing, and then you just being able to implement it. And for that aspect, you see that, man, if it worked, then why not try and do it here? And then we always talk about doing your job, your 111, because if you know he's doing his, he's doing his, he's doing his. If you just do yours and you can trust that your brother's doing his, everything will be fine. So just being symbiosis and working together.
Who's the guy that he's shown you?
I don't know.
Or you don't want to tell me?
No, I just don't know.
Because Wink was so blitz happy, then that defense for you, as for what your role on that is.
It's different, but it's not. At the end of the day, it's playing man, covering your man. And I think with this aspect, like I'm saying, everybody here trusts each other to do their job. And once you understand, like, I just need to focus on my technique, my fundamentals, my details, and just hone in on that and just do your part, and then let the Lord handle, the rest. We put in a lot of work in the off-season, individuals meetings or practice, when we do individual drills, or when you get your individual work after, whatever it may be. You just think about, what was I doing there, and let me just translate that to here and to here, and everybody being on the same page when you get out there. Before we start play, like, come on, y'all, let's talk, let's get it together, let's work together. And when you're like, okay, you hear that, you see that, and understand, like, all right, we can work together and do something special for each other. And it's about being selfless, and I think that's the good thing about that I'm seeing here, how selfless a lot of people are. Like, obviously, you want to make every play, but if I know I made a great break and the quarterback just can't throw the ball because the rush did their part, and I'm like, well, that's cool with me, or vice versa. I'm doing something and I get there and the quarterback sees the rush, he just throws it immaturely, and now I'm able to get a pick or a PBU because of them. So if you just understand that they're going to do their job and just do yours, a lot of things are a lot easier.
You were with AJ his first 2 years in Tennessee.
Correct.
Where have you seen him grow most?
His hair. When he came to Tennessee, he didn't have the locks that he has now. But I think AJ's always been AJ. I think obviously the way that he's grown is getting older and getting more mature and getting a lot of more reps in this game, being in a system that Nick Sirianni, I don't want to say caters, but appreciates and values the weapons that he has. You know what I mean? To be able to throw the ball to him, run the ball, having different weapons on the outside, the inside, to be able to space it out, having great quarterback play, and then having the defense that they have to be able to put the offense back on the field. So I think you get to see the growth that way, just getting more reps visually, mentally, physically, and obviously when you see him get out there on the field, he tears it up.
Just to clarify, had you seen Vic's quotes from the other day?
No.
Yeah, no, okay.
What'd he say?
Basically what I paraphrased to you. And can your career be, would your career be complete? It's been a terrific career, but would it be incomplete if you didn't win a Super Bowl?
No, that's always the thing. I always, when I think about playing in the NFL, obviously the goal is to win a Super Bowl. But would it be incomplete if I didn't? I wouldn't be able to tell you that, because at the end of the day, like, I may have plans for myself, but the Lord ultimately has He holds the last card. So if it wasn't in my favor, who am I to be mad at the Lord? Obviously, it may hurt, in a sense, in that way, but I understand that He's blessed me with a lot of things so far. Like I said earlier, I got drafted in Tennessee, played 4 years there, did 4 years in New York, and now I'm here in Philly. And I think it's just a better late than never situation, and understanding these opportunities, you don't get a lot of them. So me doing the best and the most that I can to take advantage of those, and working my butt off to make sure that I can help contribute any way, shape, or form, whether it be mentally talking to some guys, physically doing what I can in the weight room, on the field, to be able to put myself in a situation to help this team. Because at the end of the day, they got the foundation, the game plan. I'm just another intricate piece that can possibly help, and I'm just doing my part. So whatever quote that Vic said can't hold true. At the end of the day, it just depends on how you dissect that message. You can either take it and, woe is me, pout, or come out here every day like I do and work.
Like fire.
Eli said that he's known you since he was 11 years old. What is it like getting back in the locker room?
It's cool. I think that was one of the first guys that I was actually excited to actually see, and it's crazy that he's my locker mate. So it's a lot. It's more funnier than not. But when he was, obviously I was in high school, he was in middle school. Coming to Sarah games, watching me play, and then I'm knowing of Eli, like, damn, okay, this guy is good. He's this, he's that. So watching him at Mater Dei, and then seeing him go to IMG, LSU, Bama, and then to see his rookie year, which I thought was pretty fire, the things that he was able to do, and I just salute to him. It's a testament to him, him staying grounded, him staying true to himself and his work ethic, because it's hard, man. If you look at it, you had these aspirations. I started playing football when I was 10. I'm 29 years old, and I'm thankful that the Lord has allowed me to still play this game. And to be able to see somebody else have those same dreams and aspirations, and that I've been knowing, and to see him thriving, and it's always a good feeling and a good thing to see.
Motivated, 9 years in, what drives you?
Me. I mean, as much as a lot of people say that I got stuff to prove, Vic included, I always feel like it's me that feel like I want to do more than I have. And, it's also me just having faith and belief. Like, I know the Lord didn't just put me out here just to be out here. So to get this opportunity that I am getting, understanding that, man, you got to be able to cherish these moments. And I think every day, like I said, 2 days ago, man, I started the top of the top, went first round, playing in Tennessee, had my injuries. They let go of me. I go to New York, doing what I'm supposed to do. Then I get injured halfway through that one season, and things don't go the way it go. But I always understand that, man, it's never the end-all, be-all. I always wake up every morning thankful. I have great love, support by family. And a lot of things, that I didn't have when I was younger that I wished I had, I got them now. So I can never complain and never pout or be discouraged about anything. I always wake up happy, thankful, praying to the Lord, because at the end of the day, I'm breathing. I can walk, I can see, I can move my hands, all my limbs, I can taste, I can smell, you know what I mean? So when I think of those aspects, that's what keeps me going every day. And then I come in the locker room and I see the faces of my teammates, man. They make me laugh. They keep my spirits up, because it's rough out here, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when you realize why you're here and you keep that faith in the Lord, you'll be all right. Appreciate you.
That big play in practice yesterday. Can you kind of take us through that and what that means, getting that rep in that type of situation?
Basically, I'm always going to be ready whenever I get an opportunity. And I guess, like you said, I caught a lucky break yesterday. It was an overthrow by Jalen, and I was just in the perfect spot to make the play. And it was really just that much. But anytime I get an opportunity with the first team, really anytime I get a chance to go, I'm always going to give my best. So, yeah.
With this team, how far do you think that you've come, and where do you feel like your development has led you right now?
Yeah, I definitely would say I've grown much every year. Even though I didn't play as much last year as my rookie year, I definitely feel like I've grown every year mentally. I'm much more confident and much more in the system. This is only my second year in the same defense as, my first year I had a new defensive coordinator, the second year I had a new one. So I feel much more comfortable this being my second year in the defense, so I feel like I'm only growing and getting better.
Slot reps, what's that like?
I've been not too many slot reps at all really, but more so just kind of helping somebody when it's needed help. but I've been mainly outside this season.
The difference in the locker room, you lose Darius Slay, a veteran, they bring in Adoree Jackson. What's that change been like in the locker room?
It's been good. Obviously losing a veteran like Darius Slay is gonna hurt a lot. He's a big player, but bringing in Adoree, he's been a great player for us, and I've known Adoree since I was 11 years old. I used to really look up to him. He went to Sarah High School. He had the same high school coach, and the high school coach is my youth football coach. So me and him are really close. I've known him forever, so he's a great guy in the locker room.
Did you guys get together when you were that age? I mean, obviously
Yeah, I've known him. So I played for the Carson Colts, and my youth head coach was his high school head coach. So me and him always knew each other, and back in California, he was that guy when I was growing up, and I wanted to be like him when I got to high school, and then I got to do the same thing. So it's good seeing him again and good being on the same team again. Or not again, but good seeing him.
You found that you're kind of switching roles now. Obviously, you've been here. He's new to the defense, new to the team. Are you kind of coaching him up a little bit more?
Yes, definitely. I've definitely been helping him around with anything he needs, but also, I'm gonna need help with things from him. He's in year 9, I think, and I'm only in year 3. So I asked him for advice. I'll give him any help with just how the area is or how anything with the team is, but anything NFL-wise or tips-wise, he's still the guy I need questions for.
You're close with Derek Stigler. Did you train together with him this summer?
Slay?
Derek Stigler.
Yes, I did. We went to Puerto Rico and trained for a couple of days and ran a camp out there. It was very good. That's really my brother. I've known him since I was 16, and we're still very close. We train every year together.
Quinyon Mitchell coming back year 2. Have you seen any differences in the way he is conducting himself or in his game?
He carried himself like a veteran last year, and even this year, I would say he's carrying himself like that even more, much more confident. And we're doing some more things with him this year, putting more responsibility on him. I'm not going to obviously say what, but he's definitely comfortable with everything, and he looks ready to go.
You've gotten to rap a lot against Elijah Cooks. He's kind of showing up in camp to us. What have you seen from him, Elijah?
Big, strong target. Definitely a red zone target for sure. He can make big, great catches, contested catches, which is big on any level, and it's always needed. And I can't really wait to see him play in the preseason. I feel like he's going to make a lot of plays.
How important is it to get reps on both sides? It seems like Vic has made a conscious effort to get all you guys reps on the right side and the left side. Is that just to make it easier in case Quinyon is traveling?
For sure. I definitely think you need work on both sides. I predominantly played left my whole college career, but now I'm starting to play right some more, and Q's been moving around and stuff, so it's good we play both sides, and you just never know when things happen. Someone goes down, I might have to go right or left. I don't know where I'll be at, so it's perfect we have to play both.
Learning from Christian Parker, obviously he's helped a lot of different guys develop Cooper. What about his coaching style do you like, and what do you think makes him effective in getting the most out of guys?
He pays very close attention. He knows what's different for everybody. He knows that everybody needs to work on individually. Very conscientious guy, I would say. And how do I say this? He's using every minute of the meeting, if not more. After practice, he's always working with us. We're never having a day where we felt we didn't do enough with him. So I would say that's the good thing with him.
How would you describe Quinyon as a person, Quinyon Mitchell?
I would say a smooth operator. That's how I would describe him. And he's just real calm character. Always has a smile on his face. I would say he's a funny guy, but you got to know him for him to be a funny guy. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Eli.
What's up, guys?
What's been your process to first pick up the playbook so that when you got out here, things were happening pretty naturally?
Yeah, I think going through my last 2 years, I've definitely had a bunch of great examples. Coming in with Joe, my rookie year, he came in like midway through the year and had to pick it up real quick, so learning from him. And then same thing with Jameis last year. He had a good process in the mornings and walkthroughs with Dorsey back in Cleveland. So I think all those things, writing it down, walking through it myself, grabbing guys in the hotel to walk through stuff so they know it, so we're all on the same page. So and then taking really good notes. So.
What's the story behind the off-season champ shirt?
Coach Sirianni had split us into groups to do like team activities and competition stuff, and my team won, obviously. So, yeah, we got the. It was whether it was like weight room competitions, bowling, those type of team activities. So, yeah.
When you came here, you were excited to work with Jalen and be in the meeting room with him. Now that you've had a few weeks or months to do that, what's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Really, the whole quarterback group. Me being in year 3 now, having about 15 games under my belt. It's fun being able to teach Kyle kind of the early rookie mistakes and things like that. So that's been fun, as well as just collaborating with Tanner and Jalen. Those guys have answered any question I needed, as well as Coach LaFleur and Kevin. So I'm really excited to continue pushing and working with those guys.
Season games to you. The first one comes up here quickly. How important are they? What are your goals to show in those preseason games?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing every year. I'm trying to earn a spot on this team, as well as the rest of the guys here. So I think that's definitely what preseason's for. I don't really get reps at practice like that. So to be able to show what I can do out in a game setting with live bullets flying, I think will be fun for me.
What kind of things is Jalen showing you as far as learning the system and just in general about playing a position?
Yeah, I think obviously he's been there at the highest level, so he knows what it takes, and really just seeing his overall process throughout the day. He starts from square one and really builds a foundation, not only just with himself, with the coaches, the scheme, and then the players out here on the field. So. I think all those things just really combined, as well as his leadership, how he carries himself in the building, and shows up for his guys. So,
how difficult is it when you're not getting a ton of reps in practice? Is it difficult to get in a rhythm at times?
No, not really. If you'd have asked me my rookie year, I would have been like, hell yeah. But I think now going into year 3, I've been in a bunch of situations over these past 2 years that have helped me kind of settle down early. And like I said, that's why it's so fun getting to help out guys like Kyle. And some of the other rookies, and just kind of cool down their nerves too.
Take you to pick things up. It seems like you've had some pretty good practices kind of later as camp's going on. Just getting more comfortable, I guess, with the offense and the playbook.
Yeah, for sure. I think at a lot of places you see a lot of the same plays, just different terminology. And I know with Coach Kelee back at UCLA coming from here. I've seen a lot of similarities in terms of system and how we call plays and run plays here that have really helped me out and fit me more to my skill set more. So I think it's just a really quarterback-friendly offense, and it helps me out a ton. So,
why is it quarterback-friendly?
I think we put a lot of responsibility on the other 10 guys on the field as well as the quarterback. And it's not just the quarterback's job to make sure everything's done the right way. I think we do a lot in terms of receivers. Redirecting their routes based off of coverages, and same thing with the backs and tight ends, and so that kind of helps with the quarterback not having to think as much.
What is Kevin Patul like as a teacher?
He's amazing. He's in all the quarterback meetings. We're always, like I said, the whole quarterback room is really collaborating. It's an open conversation, and I think that's huge. Like you want to be able to have that connection with your OC to be able to let him know exactly what you want, how you want it, and I think that's why him and Jalen are working so well right now.
Yep. And you had a good year or two, I think, with him at UCLA. What about him that allowed you to be successful?
Yeah, I think it was a long process of 5 years with Coach Kelee. It didn't start out like that my freshman year, and you see the final product coming into my last 2 years. And so I think that's really what it was. We built that chemistry, that trust, and I think that's what I'm trying to emulate here with Kevin, coming here, asking the right questions, having questions ready. As well as plays that I like so far that I ran either in OTAs or here in training camp, and making sure that when it's a call-up period, like he knows what I like. So,
what's it like working with Scott Leffler?
Oh, it's real fun. He's a college coach at heart, so I love those guys. They work hard. He comes in here from sun up to sundown, and again, just another open book. He's soaking up all the knowledge just like I am. So us being able to, again, bounce ideas off each other has definitely been fun. And then it's funny, we always get to crack jokes because I played in my senior year at UCLA, and of course we whooped their butt. But yeah, it's been fun to collaborate with Scott.
What is
Sirianni in the past has talked about the collaborative effort on the coach's side in terms of building team. With Scott, where do you notice his influence on what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is keeping us accountable on the fundamentals of the position and the details of it. So many times when you get out in these call-up periods, a lot the preseason games, and bullets start flying, you as a quarterback kind of lose your fundamentals and are trying to make plays and everything like that. So I think he does a really good job of honing us in on the fundamentals of the position and making sure that we're detailed in every drop, and not letting anything slide up under the rug here.
Younger receivers we've seen out here kind of have some success as Elijah does.
Yep.
What's allowed him to do that?
Yeah, I mean, first I think his size, his big body ability. He definitely knows how to use it and go up top for the ball and kind of shed defenders that way. And then he's a smart kid, coming from Jacksonville and everything. He's definitely seeing a lot of football, whether it's there at their practice squad or whatever. So I think Elijah's really growing every day as a player, and it's showing out here on the field. He's making some big catches for us. So. Good to go. Let's go Birds.
So it felt like today was a little feisty, especially with Saquon talking to Reed.
Yeah, I mean today was like our scrimmage and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be moving.
Is that weather related or because
No, I think it's just part of our culture. I think it's just part of our competitive culture, and every guys just want to go out there, be tough, and play hard. And that's what the culture's about.
Sorry if you were asked this already, but you're going through a camp right now. You didn't get to go through all last year. How different does it feel for you? Where you feel like you're at right now?
I mean, it's night and day difference. Last year I was still learning how to run, so the fact that I'm out here being able to get reps with the defense. I had a full OTAs, I had a full off season. I was able to come out here and camp hot, and I'm just stacking each and every day, and I feel like I'm building confidence.
They kind of talked about how much of a difference that is for you because when you came back in October, there's only so much more practice. When you look back on last year,
yeah,
do you feel like you lost a year in that sense?
I mean, I just tried to fill in where I could. We were winning football games, so I had nothing to worry about, and I just filled my role for what it was. And was I stressed out with my situation? Yeah, but I knew that there was other things I had to focus on.
How do you talk to you last week about this competition for the starting safety role going against Makuba, him being out with an injury the past couple of days? How do you take advantage of these additional reps you're getting?
I hope Makuba gets better, and he's going to be a great player. He's a young, really instinctive safety. So I'm excited to get him back. But I just, take advantage of the reps day by day. I just try and build, the trust and respect of my coaches and all that. So just keep stacking. That's all.
You kind of help him along. Obviously, you went through this last year, not being able to practice.
Yeah, no, I mean, so we've got great coaches in the room that are pulling him along the way. I sit beside him in meetings, so I'm able to, see, where he is. And if he has a question, he just kind of taps me on the shoulder and we kind of go over it. But he's a smart kid, so he doesn't really need me along the way. But he's staying along just great.
Did you feel like it wasn't, even though you weren't getting the defensive reps that you had gotten as a rookie, did you feel like you still have an advantage over him just because you were in the league? Is there an advantage in that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think experience is always. As they're flying around out here, I think experience is a great. I don't want to call it an advantage, you know what I mean? But he's coming along great, and I'm happy with where he's at. I think the coach is happy with where he's at. But I think like Vic said, I think when you're not getting the physical reps, it's hard to kind of feel it out for real. But I think he's gonna be just fine.
As you went through the off-season program and now training camp, what's the main messaging been from Christian and Vic as you head into camp and you battled for snaps?
What do you mean?
Messaging as if all season you go into the program and they're telling you what you have to work on and they're telling you what they want to see from you and just. Yeah, no, I mean I just
took it personal. I just took everything personal. I know what I'm capable of. I'm confident in me. I know what I can do. It's been last year was tough and I wasn't where I wanted to be. It was just my situation at the time, and I attacked this off season and got my knee right. Just studied the system each and every day. Built confidence in that. Built confidence in OTAs, and just every day out here, I feel like I'm getting better. So.
Vic said that he could see when you watch it. What are some of the indicators that showed you that you feel like you got better scheme, better?
Yeah, I think with anything, it's just about reading your keys, keeping your eyes on your keys, and I think I've done a great job with that, and I'm just continuing to, I'm just going to keep getting better and better and better. So, as the summer goes on and as practices go on, I'm just going to keep building on that, and I think if I don't know anything, but I know my keys, I think that's what I can try and control.
With all these
Two more.
you mentioned last year whenever you were 20, 30 yards off and just shadowing people, and then getting on the field this time and actually getting those physical reps. What was kind of the main thing that you kind of realized you had to pick up once you got on the field that you couldn't apply?
Yeah, it's just tough. I mean, like, when you're 30 yards deep, you can see everything happen. Everything happens a lot slower, but when you're up, in taking physical reps, everything happens like this. So, I think physical reps are something you just can't replicate unless you're out there. And that was something that I lost last year. So when I tried to come back, I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, and that's what it was. And that's my honest opinion on it. I think the coaches would tell you the same. And the fact that I'm able to, like I said earlier, like have a full OTAs, get the reps there, have the summer to study the system, have the summer to get my knee right, get my body right, and then obviously have this. I mean, there's nothing better than being out here practicing hard and summer football. That's what training camp's about. So again, like I said, my goal out of this entire thing is just to build confidence in myself, build confidence in the coaches and me, and just build that trust and respect so that when the bullets start flying on September 4th, I'm ready to go.
One play that comes to mind with you last year when you were on playing defense was in Dallas, game with Dallas at home when you kind of got into it on the sideline. It's kind of like a CJ instigated type thing. Do you have any of CJ's game in you, or do you see any similarities between you and CJ?
I think we're both physical players. I think we both play with the tenacity and a passion for the game. CJ's a great player, so I try and pick off the way that he plays in the post and apply it to my game, and I've got nothing but respect for him. But I think we're both, especially when the helmet goes on and bullets start flying in the stadium. I think we both got that passion, that energy that is what do you want to call it? Contagious.
It seems like it's continuously going back and forth. Where do you feel like it is right now?
I feel like the main thing that when you're in competition, the main thing that you can focus on is who you are as a man. Continue to work on your training, man. I feel like everything's going to pan out the way it should, for sure.
It seems like especially today, the secondary, really tight coverage, especially on A.J. Brown, a little chippy out there. Did you feel the same way? It seemed an extra step of competition today.
When guys have a lot of passion for a certain game, it can definitely get chippy out there, man. It just shows the love of the game and how much effort and time we put into this, It definitely means a lot to each and every single one of us. So when we're out there talking to each other, and it's getting chippy, it's love for the game for sure.
Most reps you've ever had, probably first team this year. How do you think it's helped you?
Oh man, just continue to grow. These coaches want the best for us in all aspects of our game. It's always wanting to work for us, and just continue to grow as players and also as men, So, man, when you're just a high competitor, man, and you just really believe in yourself and have confidence in who you are as a person, and also as a player, the sky's the limit for each and every single one of us. So, yeah.
Does Jay talk to you at all, like when you guys are taking reps again? Does he kind of say, hey, you guys
we have a good amount of dialogue, actually, about speaking of the game, of course. We're out here at practice for a reason, trying to make each other better, because, man, when we're going to be going against other organizations real soon, man. So, yeah, little things like press technique, keeper and leverages, things like that, man. I feel like seeing it from their point of view can only help you as well, because that's what they're just seeing things from a different lens can definitely help you a lot. So.
What's it like having that kind of, feedback from a guy like AJ?
Yeah.
I assume Devontae would be too.
It's great. As you guys know, he's one of the best at his position. So no other better person than to be able to see something from a different lens and what offenses and receivers want to be able to do to you as you're covering them.
How would you and Adoree pushing one another?
Say again?
You and Adoree, you and Jackson, how you guys pushing one another?
Oh man, we just want to see each other win. No matter the way anything pans out, we just want to see each other win. Continue to work on our technique, to come out the field, see things from a different lens from when you're on the side, rather than when you're on the field. Maybe you could have done this to help yourself be in a better position, man. Just in every single aspect, whether it's offense versus defense, versus defense, we're all trying to sharpen each other, so just help each other get better.
And it seems like there's a lot of player communication of you guys trying to make each other better, but does the coaching staff give you maybe one thing to work on, say, hey, work on this and getting closer to that starting opportunity?
All the time. Man, it's our coach, so I feel like the things that we go out there and do as a player is it's a reflection of them and their coaching, of course. So for sure, man, every single thing that is looked upon. That's why we watch film so often. We're always trying to figure out new things to work on, and also refine the details. And fundamentals. You are who your fundamentals are. So.
Is there a specific thing this week that you were working on?
man, feet, hands, eyes, man. I feel like the list goes on. Nothing really specific, man. Just making sure that everything is tightened up the way that it is when guys get tired and things like that, and just when the bullets are flying.
How does Quignon moving around affect you?
What do you mean by that?
Well, he's been following AJ, so I mean, that changes it for the way it's been here typically, which is usually on you play sides.
Yeah. I don't feel like too much to do with me, honestly. And just people want to see different looks and just get different work.
I guess you just have to be comfortable in moving around as much as him, because if he's going to move around, that means you're going to have to move around, correct?
Yeah, that's just fine.
Don't mind playing left, right?
No, sir. I feel like your availability is your valuability. The more the more things that you're able to do, it just shows how much more valuable you are. So changing sizes and everything. Yeah.
Have you noticed a big improvement
he's a hungry guy, a great hard worker, man. Just always wants to find new things to be able to work on his game overall, and I have a lot of respect for guys like that, because with him being an offensive player, obviously our mindsets are a little bit different, but man, just the work ethic, you can only respect that, So seeing a guy like that continue to grow, and just watching his journey, man, you can, yeah.
What's going on so far? I think you have to get immense reps when the other guys are in. Put yourself in that situation. What do you do with the ball, and what decision would you make? And then when you do get those reps, just make the most of the opportunity.
I think it's going so far.
It's going well. It's been a great room to walk into, especially as a rookie. With guys who are willing to help me, which has been huge. So. Every day is a new journey, learning new things about our offense, the defenses that we're going to see. So it's been really good.
You said guys willing to help you. What have the conversations been like with Jalen Hurts when you are maybe asking for help?
Yeah, he's been an open book, which has been great. Any question that I have about cadence or why we're calling a play or what he sees, he's been very open. So it's been great to have somebody like that in the room. I wouldn't say every single guy in the NFL is like that. So to have a guy like Jalen who's had that experience and is that open has been awesome.
I got to imagine with Tanner McKee, he's been in this system. He's been in your shoes now for a couple of seasons. What is he telling you about this offense?
Yeah, I think you hit it. He's been in my shoes, and he knows exactly what position I'm in. So he's been great. He's been great, kind of an extension of Jalen, honestly. He knows the playbook inside and out, and it's just been awesome. Another great resource when Jalen's in there and we're in the back watching. Any question, I can fire away.
Really talented receiver room. What's kind of your mindset as you enter a camp like this?
Honestly, just make a play a day. That's how my mindset is. It's been my mindset since I got into the league. A play a day. You feel me? I can control what I can control, but you feel me? Just make a play a day, and people gonna start noticing.
Do you feel like you're making a play a day?
I'm trying my hardest. You feel me? I left a few out there, so I got to make them back.
So you've ended practice with one of those 50-50 ball catches and made a couple others. What's that kind of been like for you? Do you see that as a strength?
Yeah, I've always looked at that as a strength. I used to play basketball, so going up and getting them 50-50 balls is kind of just my specialty. You feel me? That's what I always loved to do. I did it in college. Try to transition into the league.
Yeah, so what was it feeling like that first day when you ended practice?
It always feels great to make a great catch like that, but you can't really think about it too much. You feel me? You got to go on to the next day because we got practice for the next 30 days. You feel me? You got to make a play every day.